Hi, I'm Alex Wolf with Spielcraft Games, and I'm here to introduce the Cretaceous Seas expansion and the new Meeple edition of Cretaceous Rails. All right, here we have the new Meeple edition of Cretaceous Rails, and it's set up with a prototype of the Plesiosaur expansion from Cretaceous Seas. Here you're seeing the Plesiosaur module. Every hex that has one of these orange flowers gets a C hex instead when you're using this module, and all of these hexes have one or two buoys on them that each have a letter. And every round we draw one breach card to determine which letter gets a plesiosaur. So this round, every buoy with a D on it gets a plesiosaur on it. So we already have that set up. And then next round, we would draw another random card, and we would move the plesiosaurs everywhere that has a B. And this one would stay there because it has a B and a D. And you want to be adjacent to as many plesiosaurs as you can in this expansion, because for every plesiosaur you're adjacent to, whenever you take that round's modified action, you just get a bonus for each plesiosaur you're adjacent to. Each round, we also draw one of these plesiosaur action cards, and it determines which action is modified. So if this card's up, then when you take the capture dinosaur action, if you're adjacent to one plesiosaur like we are here, then you would get to either capture an additional dinosaur, capture a dinosaur in uncleared jungle, or additionally increase the rating of whatever type of dinosaur you capture. And if you're connected to three plesiosaurs, then you get to do all three of these. And then next round, it might be a different action. The plesiosaurs would move, so you might not be adjacent to all the ones that you were last round. But next round, when you lay rails, you might be able to lay an extra rail, pay a rating in order to get a train car, or take a jungle token. And each round, you'll get a different set of modified actions. Here we have the Blueprints module from the Cretaceous Seas expansion. In this module, you'll start the game with 3 basic blueprints and 6 advanced blueprints in your resort. And when you build a resort card on top of a blueprint, you get to take an action. The basic blueprints have a cost to perform the action at the top and then the action at the bottom. The advanced blueprints just have a free action that you get to take when you build a card on top of it. In this module, you have to build resort cards from left to right. And for example, when you build a resort card on top of this blueprint, you'd pay a dinosaur and you get to increase that dinosaur's ratings by 4. When you play on top of this one, you may pay a train car and then collect 3 jungle tokens from the jungle, bypassing your train cars. So you put them directly on your player board. This one would let you pay a jungle token to draw 2 cards. And then these ones are basically just free actions. You don't have to pay anything. So this one would let you take a capture dinosaur action. This one would let you lay rails and get an additional rail. And all of these actions that you're taking also can be modified by resort cards that you've already played. So the order that you play resort cards in and how they interact with these cards might actually make this the heaviest of the 3 big modules between pteranodons, plesiosaurs, and blueprints. And that's a quick intro to Cretaceous Seas. This expansion and Cretaceous Rails reprint is going to be on GameFound tomorrow, assuming you're watching this video the day that I post it, which is kind of a preposterous assumption. But thank you for watching.